Let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Say hello, guys, just so I can see that we can hear you.
Hi, guys.
Yes.
Hey, guys.
Hello. Good. We can be heard. So welcome, everyone, to the Slam Jam Wrestling Show here on the Extreme Improv Xstreamed Champion. Extreme Champion? No, that's wrong. Extreme Championship Improv. No, Extreme Championship Wrestling. Now, on the Extreme Improv channel, not champion, channel. Gosh, it's been a long day, guys. On this note, it's been an interesting week in the world of professional wrestling. Interesting few weeks, generally. We did have the Money in the Bank just a few short days ago. Did any of you guys see it?
Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces. Good. Dedicated here. Right. So on the show tonight, in the quest to become the Slam Jam Wrestling Champion, as I should have said earlier, we have a fantastic lineup, including the return. It's been a little while. Gav, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. How you guys doing out there? I can't hear you, but hey.
Right. Well, okay. So, Gav, do you have a wrestling fact in pursuit of a bonus point?
A wrestling fact, I believe, is the only one that actually held the briefcase longer than 24 hours. I believe.
Wait, say that again. You froze up a tiny bit there.
Sorry, Carmella. I think she's the only one that's actually held the briefcase more than 24 hours. I think everyone else is cashed in on the inside, on the actual pay-per-view.
What? When a woman's held it?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
No way. That's crazy.
I may be wrong.
Wow. Okay. I don't know even quite how we can fact check that, so I'm just going to take your word on it. Bonus point. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. Carmella's the only person who has held the briefcase for longer than 24 hours amongst the women.
Wow. Okay. Well, TJ, say
Bliss and Liv Morgan cashed in on the same night, and Bailey and there was someone else who cashed in the night after.
Interesting. Okay, TJ, say hello to the people, and do you have a wrestling trivia fact for us?
Hey, yep, I do. So it's also has something to do with Money in the Bank. So I think it's no longer a trivia or no longer a lesser known fact that Theory is the youngest person to win Money in the Bank. So I think Theory's birthday is in August. If he cashes in before his birthday, and if he successfully cashes in, he ties with Randy Orton in being the youngest world champion. If he cashes in after his birthday, and before next year's Money in the Bank, of course, he ties with Brock Lesnar in becoming the youngest WWE champion. So either way, if his cash-in is successful, he ties with either Orton or Lesnar in being youngest world champion.
Now, this is where we come down to, when you reach a certain age, you stop saying, you don't say, I'm 19 and a half. So, it depends, how many days does he have, basically?
I mean, of course, that is also there. But we always say Orton was 24 when he won the world championship. We don't say he was 24
and a half
years, so and so day, so and so month.
Yeah, I know, but now there is another 24-year-old. It is down to the days. When CM Punk was the world champion and he was counting the amount of days that he'd been champion, so the days matter.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Orton. I don't know when Orton's birthday is, but I'm assuming Orton. Okay, you know what? We can actually check that.
I mean, we don't have to if it will take time.
I mean,
how many days old is Austin Theory?
April and summer. So if his birthday is in April, I think he cashed in pretty when he reached 24. So he was just 24 when he cashed in, which would mean Theory's probably not gonna tie with Orton, but he might tie or even beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just let's start with that. Would we like to see Austin Theory as the world champion at the moment?
Right now.
Honestly, I don't have No, you go, Gav. I don't have so I it's somewhat yes, somewhat no. The only reason, mind you, the only reason there's a no over here is that Roman Reigns has been holding both the titles now and if you build all of that up just for a cash in, this should be, whether it's Cody or someone else, it should be someone beating Roman clean to get the rub. It should not be a cash-in. If it is, say maybe Cody beats Roman and then Theory cashes in on Cody or someone else, I would be okay with that. He should not cash in on Roman. You cannot build all this up just for a cash in. So yeah, it kind of like devalues the entire reign. Like,
Yeah,
or
no, I do
makes
agree.
the reign useless.
I do agree.
I'm
Gav,
going opposite. I'm going opposite. I'm going to say, right, we get, WrestleMania 39, is it?
the next one.
Next one, right?
Yeah.
Is that going to be Rock versus Roman?
Well, I hope so. They've been saying that literally for like 3 years and it never happens.
If it does happen, have the match, have Theory coming out. That's the only way you can probably do it.
Wait, so The Rock beats Roman, and then we have
Or he's about
Austin
to beat
versus
Roman.
Rock at Mania again.
Oh, right.
Fourth
That
time.
would be brilliant.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you know what? I'd love it if he went to cash in, but then Steve Austin's music hits, and it's just like, this isn't the match the people want. And isn't it weird? Like a year ago, that would have sounded impossible, but now Austin main evented a WrestleMania this year. So
Exactly. There you go.
Didn't who was Theory's opponent at this year's Mania?
Pat McAfee.
Then didn't he do something with Vince? So we kind of got a Vince and Austin. He can get a Rock and Austin next year.
Wait, no, we didn't get. Well, okay, so
Well, he got a stunner. But,
yeah. So what happened? Like we've skipped a step there. So it was Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Then after McAfee won, Vince McMahon was like, I'm going to take on Pat McAfee now. So it was McAfee versus Vince. And then Steve Austin came down and then just stunned everyone.
That just sounds like Vince McMahon booking.
Well, I think it probably was.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But like, to be fair, I would honestly be up for it. So imagine we get Roman versus Rock. I would not want Rock to win, honestly, because I think Roman again, in an ideal world, I would want Roman to beat Rock and then someone beat Roman. But okay, have Rock beat Roman and then have Austin Theory cash in on The Rock. He's gonna get massive heel heat. People are gonna talk about it. It's that thing that you just will not. It's dare I say it's gonna be almost as big as this Lesnar breaking the streak. Imagine this 25-year-old Austin Theory pins Rock in the main event of WrestleMania for both the championships.
And at that stage, I cancel Peacock. And I don't even have Peacock. But, well, maybe. I don't think it would be as big as the streak, to be honest, in my opinion.
Okay,
I think it would
probably
be.
not.
I think it would be big, but my gut reaction to that would be sort of like just one of these things where, oh my god, like that guy beating the Rock at Mania, no way. Like, and do you remember that that other photo where he's just got like the awful,
The grin.
the weird
big
grin. Oh my god. He needs to work on the on those expressions. Okay, so with this, we'll have a bit more of a chat about stuff. I can't remember. Like, did this bounce off of a fact? Did we actually get a fact from you, TJ?
If Theory.
Oh yes, yeah. Okay, I'll give you the point. Yeah, sorry, I got lost all through that. Now, before we get on to a bit more of discussion stuff, because there has been stuff happening in the world of professional wrestling, I'm sure. Let's go on to a little bit of a quiz round, because we haven't done one of these in a little while. Okay, and these should all be simple, but I've got a few questions, and let's have a look. So this first category is all about initials. Okay, it's all about initials. So I'll go for the easiest one first. What does NWO stand for?
Buzz.
TJ.
I don't know. Neue Welt Order or New World Order. I tried saying it in German.
I was going to say, I have no idea what that was meant to be, but no, fantastic. I'll give you the point. You gave it in 2 languages. I don't even speak one language properly, so that's got to be impressive. So TJ, you get the point. Also, I've just messed up my list of questions. They're all over the show. Right. I can't open my questions now. I don't know what I've done. I'll figure it out. So TJ, you get the point. Oh my god, I literally can't open these questions. This, like, I wish the audience could actually see just how wrong this was going on the screen. Oh my god. Right, I blame Austin Theory.
Just look at this
Okay,
image.
so TJ, you get the point. The questions are back. So, when the NWO first formed, what did Hulk Hogan mistakenly say NWO stood for? When they first formed, what did Hulk Hogan mistakenly say it stood for?
Buzz.
Gav.
Okay.
New World Organization.
Is the correct answer. Literally on the first promo, he says New World Order, and then he says this New World Organization, and he got it wrong. Okay.
Can I just say I didn't know the answer, so I had a silly thing in mind. Can I just say it just for the heck of it? Not for a point. Just so I was gonna say he probably said New Silver Dome Order because he doesn't know how to spell.
The Silver Dome.
How to spell.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. That's good. Good bonus point there. Why not? Right. Okay. So for the next question, here we have. Okay. Before becoming Extreme, what did ECW stand for?
Buzz.
Okay, TJ.
Eastern Championship Wrestling.
Is the correct answer. Well done there, TJ. Okay, 2 more questions in this round. And let's see what we've got here. Okay, which wrestling promotion had the initials WCCW? Gav.
World Class Championship Wrestling.
Is the correct answer. Well done there, Gav. Okay, last question of this opening round. Let's see. Let's get... before becoming known as WWF, what was the company currently known as WWE originally known as? Okay,
Buzz.
TJ.
Capital something wrestling.
Not quite the answer.
I don't remember. It.
Not quite the answer. I can't quite give it based on that. Gav, hand it over to you. Do you know?
I've completely forgotten.
Okay.
Well, no.
I'll give it to you. It's the Capital Wrestling Corporation. Wrestling Corporation. Okay, we're going to move away from initials and let's see what we come to next. So, let's see what we've got here. We have factions. Factions for the next questions. There were 5 members of the 1997 version of the Hart Foundation. Name all of them. Gav.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart, British Bulldog, Owen Hart, Bret Hart, and Brian Pillman. And
Brian Pillman is the answer I was looking for. Well done there, Gav. You get the point. Next question on the theme of factions. There have been 5 members of the Brood. Who are they? Gav.
Edge, Gangrel, Christian.
Yes.
Jeff and Matt Hardy.
Is the correct answer, and yep, and just to add something off, when Jeff and Matt Hardy were in it, what was the team known as?
The New Brood.
The New Brood is the answer I was looking for.
Brood, yeah.
Okay, last question on factions. Who was planned as a member of Evolution, going so far as to shoot videos as part of the group, but was dropped before the group made it to TV? Gav.
I knew this.
I think it was Mark Ginger.
Is the correct answer. Yes.
Yeah.
On fire there on factions. Okay, so for our next round, and let's have a look. I'll do one more round now, and we might come back to another one later. This is all about pro wrestling video games. Okay? So, let's see what we've got here. In 2021, which indie wrestling game was released that was inspired by the classic WWF game WrestleFest?
I've got this, and I can't remember. What's it called?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What's it called?
Nope. We'll give the countdown, Gav.
I've got it right on my Switch.
I know you do. Right, I'll tell you. It is Retromania Wrestling.
That's the one.
Okay. Which wrestler featured on the box art of ECW Hardcore Revolution? Gav.
Was it Taz?
It was not Taz. It was not Taz. TJ, do you have a guess?
Tommy Dreamer?
No, it was not. Okay. I'll tell you the
shoot
answer.
in
It's
the
Rob
dark.
Van Dam. Rob Van Dam.
Oh.
And if I remember, actually, he may have been doing a Van Daminator on Jerry
Van
Lynn.
Terminator.
It was a Van Daminator on the box.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Terminator one. Okay, so let's have a look. 2 more questions in this round. A dedication to Owen Hart appeared in which video game shortly after his death? I'm going to go 5, 4,
No, true.
3. Gav.
The Attitude Era.
Oh, you've almost said the name. I'm almost willing to give it to you.
Attitude.
Yeah, that is the answer. Yeah, it is just WWF Attitude. Because you said Attitude Era, I was like, oh, is that the answer or not? Okay, and let's see, do we have one more question on this round? And let's see what we've got here. Okay, the WWE 2K series of games skipped which year with no annually numbered release? Gav.
That was 21.
Yes, that is the answer. Correct answer. Okay, so that was that round. So now we're going to move on to a bit more of like a discussion-y kind of thing. So we kind of a little bit mentioned Money in the Bank, although that might have even been before we started. There we see Austin Theory is Mr. Money in the Bank. Obviously, Liv Morgan, Ms. Money in the Bank, and then with the cash-in. TJ, that is not the face to try to emulate. Right.
Fair enough.
Okay, what did we think of the pay-per-view at all? Any thoughts on any of the matches, not just those, obviously?
I enjoyed it. I really did. One of the matches that stood out for me, apart from the match or ladder matches, was the tag team match, Street Profits and Usos.
Oh,
Yeah.
I watched that. That was pretty
Very
good.
good match.
Yeah,
That was
no,
very
really good, really good. And yeah, like Street Profits, I feel like I don't think they've been tag team champions yet on the main roster, have they? Or
They
have they?
have, yeah.
I think they have been.
They were champions quite early on, actually.
Were
Probably
they?
a couple of years ago.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, they
Okay,
were
so,
quite
but
good.
like, I think it's time for them to sort of be, like, at the moment, WWE, and like a few years ago, the Usos were always like the team. But it's taken them realistically until this whole thing with Roman before they've properly seemed like a big deal as a team. And I think WWE need to do more with tag teams overall.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
But I think that they're going to probably split up the Street Profits.
That's
With what's been
that's
going
what the rumor is.
Yeah, so normally when they hint at it, usually does come. So
Yeah, like that. Okay, is there a tag team that WWE, other than like FTR where they left, is there a tag team that WWE eventually didn't split up?
New Day?
True.
Yeah.
And isn't it a thing though that they've kind of refused to split up?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, very good point. Yeah.
The Usos, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. They can't really do that, can they?
Well, yeah,
Good.
yeah. Like obviously we did get a little bit of like a hint of a singles run, but then obviously I think they course corrected or they changed course there.
But honestly, So my point is, Jey Uso was red hot during. Honestly, that was my favorite part of the whole Roman Reigns title reign. I would say it should be possible to have tag team wrestlers have singles careers without splitting them up. Like it doesn't always have to be a betrayal. It doesn't always have. You can. So we saw FTR having like a match between the two of them. You can't just be friendly competition. Like people that have been doing things like wrestling is storytelling. It's real life stuff. It's just they settle things in the ring. At one point we have had people that we do similar things with, and then we just went our separate ways, but we still remain friends. So it should be possible for wrestlers to do different things. Like they kind of did that with New Day when Big E went to, was it Raw or was it SmackDown? Like Xavier Woods and Kofi were in the other brand.
Yeah.
So they did not split. They were still friends. So should be possible to do that without splitting them up.
Yeah, I mean, I think this has kind of happened. Like, I remember, like, when we first got, like, a roster split at all. Like, I remember WWE, I think they split up APA, they split up the Dudleys, and everyone, like, they did, I don't think they, like, ended up feuding. Everyone just got, like, weird gimmicks. So, like, Ron Simmons continued as Ron Simmons, but then suddenly this is where JBL was born from, for no reason. It's like, if there hadn't have been that roster split, would he still just been drinking beer with Ron? You know what I mean? And instead, he found it. He found JR's old cowboy hat, and the rest was history.
I tell you what, I was so upset with him winning the title from Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
I actually nearly stopped watching wrestling because of that.
Really?
I nearly stopped it, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I became a big fan of JBL. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I would say he was one of those people that, like, he really made me hate him. Like, so I was too young, honestly, at that point to even understand what goes on. There were two heels, Triple H and JBL. Triple H was honestly always kind of the cool heel. You know, he's the bad guy, but he's still the guy that you want to hang out with.
Wait,
JBL
you wanted to hang out with JBL?
I mean, he just
with
like
Triple H. With Triple H, I was like, what?
Triple H, yeah.
Like,
no, I wanted to hang out with like he seemed like that cool kid that you have in school. That you know he's a douchebag, but you also kind of want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
So,
that didn't work for me, but yeah.
Douchebag that you did not want to hang out with.
I don't know. I think during that era, I was very much in the mindset that, oh, he's only got this position because he's married Stephanie. And I think the thing that really did it for me is when they brought in the big gold belt and just announced him as champion.
Just handed it to him.
I was like, that isn't a good way of getting the heat. I was just like, I'm done with this guy for a while.
Yeah.
But honestly, the thing is, again, firstly, at that time, I didn't know wrestling was scripted. I didn't know about all this. Like, I didn't even know he was married to Stephanie, to be honest. For me, what I meant was, like, as a character, both Triple H and JBL, they were top heels in their own brands. JBL just seemed like this guy I want to see him beat up. Triple H seemed like, okay, he's the bad guy. He's also a villain that I really like. He's this cool villain. So who knows? Maybe Triple H was my entry into the world of liking villains.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Like, it was weird with JBL because. Do you remember, like, nowadays, like, JBL, like, he got into trouble, obviously, with, like, the whole, he was bullying on commentary and whatever, stuff like this. Yeah. But, like, the weirdest thing at the time was that he was in Germany. Do you know this story?
I know. Yeah. I know what happened.
Yeah, and he's doing, obviously, you don't know the story. He did, like, the German military walk in front of the crowd.
He did something you shouldn't be doing
which you shouldn't do in Germany. And
or anywhere else for that matter.
And look, like in 2022, you know, he'd have been fired before he was down the aisle.
Yeah.
But instead, because this was like 2004 or something, Vince made him world champion, which different time period.
Correction. It's not something that he should be doing in Germany or anywhere else.
Well, yeah, no, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. But obviously, it's super. Yeah. It's super, you know, inappropriate.
But then again, that's Vince McMahon. Did you hear about the new Vince McMahon T-shirt? Like, he gets all these lawsuits, and they release a new T-shirt which says $1 billion douchebag or something like that.
I did not know this.
$1 billion asshole or something like that, if I'm allowed to say that word.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, that's the thing. Like, Vince McMahon takes pride in being the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to release a T-shirt out of that. And people are buying that.
Wow.
It's one of the most sold T-shirts on WWE.com.
I mean, he's even admitted it himself. He is the original Stone Cold Steve Austin, really. So
yeah, in a sense, you know,
middle finger to authority and whatnot. So.
Well, like, the crazy thing is, like, Vince would go, even if he's Mr. McMahon and he was on television, he'd be like, "I defeated the U.S. government," and he's just like, "Do you not know how much of a target you're putting on yourself? You know, you're rubbing salt in the wound there." You know.
Exactly.
Oh God. Anyway, so anything else from Money in the Bank?
Yeah, well done to Liv.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Unexpected.
Well, yeah, exactly. Until apparently it turns out that they always cash in. I didn't realise that. I never picked up on that. But yeah, like I didn't think Ronda would be dropping it. So what does that mean for Ronda going forward?
Sorry. Go on.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I think she's going to be feuding with Liv. I think there's a match at SummerSlam.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, is that mean? I'm just thinking out loud. Is Liv going to be a transitional champion to then let Ronda then turn heel, and then Liv then chases the title until WrestleMania? I don't know.
And then loses again, because in WWE the good guys lose.
They always get the WrestleMania end
I'm just
story.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying she's not going to drop the title to Charlotte on the next SmackDown? A surprise returning Charlotte?
Okay. Charlotte will come into the fray either way. It'll be a three-way or something.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
One thing I found super weird about the cash-in, or was kind of the post-cash-in thing, was again in kayfabe, Liv cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase, which is kind of an unfair advantage. She also did not pin Ronda convincingly. It was a roll-up. After that, Ronda handing her the title as if, you beat me. It's not exactly. She got lucky. It was a cash-in. It was a roll-up. It's like getting double lucky. And then Ronda giving her the title, hugging her, saying I understand the implications, like minus the kayfabe side, but in kayfabe, Ronda, and especially the Ronda character, should be livid. Should be like, what? This is not fair.
I don't know. Like, I think they're playing that face role and being like, okay, we know the rules, you got me, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's that as well.
Yeah.
Like, it was interesting. Like, when I watched it, it was a little bit like, okay, so, because, like, Ronda had got the belt. And so when that's why I was like, is Ronda, like, on the way out or something, that she's just sort of, like, handing this over so that she can sort of, like, leave with her head up sort of thing. But it could very well be like the, hey, I know this could happen and fair play, which fair play if that's what they're going for.
And the other thing is as well, it's like Ronda done that really good actually. When the music hit, Liv's music, she was like on the ropes and she's like, shit. So like she kind of expected it. So it's kind of like that's why I was there thinking, okay, that's where they're going with it.
Okay, let's go with a hypothetical situation, right? If you were in the ring as the champion and you've just retained, right? If you've just retained the belt or you've just won it, and then you hear the music of the person who's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, can't you just get out the ring?
That's what you would think that.
Well, because here's the thing. Imagine like some people, like I remember RVD and Damien Sandow and maybe John Cena, a couple of people have said, okay, I'm going to cash it in next week on Raw, and they announce the match. But generally, if you just try to cash in the moment, you can't just like run in at the start of Raw and be like, I'm cashing in the belt, the Money in the Bank, the champion's not in the ring. So get out the ring, and then it's a lot harder for them to cash in.
I mean, David, you make a fair point. But that's also assuming, imagine you're on the top of the ladder, you're about to get the briefcase, and you hear Brock Lesnar's music. You're technically supposed to just take the briefcase and run away. Why give him like a 10-second...
Who was at the top of the ladder at the time?
Ali.
Oh my god.
Ali?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit bad.
Dude was like, okay, come on, F5 me, throw me off the ladder. Dude, just take the briefcase and run.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god. Okay, if I was Ali then, imagine, and like Brock Lesnar's music hits, and you're just like this. By the time Brock's got to the ring, it's over. Exactly. Brock just looks like a fool then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, anything else from Money in the Bank? What else did we have? Bianca and Carmella. Lashley defeated Theory, obviously, and then obviously Theory gets in on the main event. There was only 7 matches, so I think we've covered most of it.
Okay, I want to know you guys' opinion on this. Do you think Theory is gonna have a successful cash-in, or is he gonna have a failed cash-in? Because they've had quite a few failed cash-ins the last few years.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he'll win it. I think he's going to hold on to it a little while, like build his character up a bit, and then he'll probably win it.
Like he's really interesting because obviously over the last few months he was like suddenly he's stolen Vince McMahon's egg, and let's never forget that. And
All
suddenly
this happened from that egg.
I know,
Yeah.
and suddenly like Vince McMahon's taking him under his wing. He wrestles against the commentator, and doesn't matter where else he is in the world of sports or wherever. He wrestles the commentator at Mania and loses, and now he's Mr. Money in the Bank. It's a really weird story of
Very
his.
weird.
Yeah,
But I remember, like, I saw him one time, and I think I even done it in our little group chat, and I was like, hang on a minute, this guy kind of reminds me of Cena a little bit. Do you not see it? And I think Vince sees that.
maybe.
Got
Yeah.
that kind of Cena-esque kind of
Could be.
thing about him.
I mean, he's a decent to good wrestler in the ring. I've seen and also some of his matches in the Indies. He is not. I mean, there are far worse people that Vince is like. I mean, Roman Reigns right now has improved a lot, but if you look at Roman Reigns from the early Shield days, he had the charisma and the wrestling skills of, I don't know,
A cucumber.
of an Omos or something. He was just a
You know
muscle.
what? I said I saw him the first day he came to NXT, and I was like, that's the next guy.
Really?
Just see it.
Wow.
was
See,
like-
I didn't like when there was like the Shield. I was like, well, it's Ambrose.
Nah.
And then like suddenly like Ambrose, because he was the talker. He really was the talker when it
was.
started.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's definitely Ambrose. And to me, Roman was just like the big guy at the back, and
Yeah.
Seth. And like Seth, when Seth suddenly emerged, and I was like, oh my god, he was the Shawn Michaels that we didn't
Exactly.
realize like in the group. And
you
by
know-
this stage, I was like, oh well, Roman's keeping the Shield music. Ambrose has gone for some weird like look
Jimmy
with the
Van
jeans
Yank
and all that.
cosplay.
I was like, Ambrose is going nowhere. And obviously, he then became world champion eventually, and now he's world champion again in AEW. But yeah, I didn't see it with Roman. I didn't see it.
For me, I think I didn't see it again from the NXT days. Honestly, I didn't even know the Shield were going to be that big. But when they eventually started pushing the Shield to the moon, I think a lot of people also saw that Roman was the guy that he's such a Vince McMahon guy. For
Yeah.
me, honestly, I thought Roman was going to be the top babyface, Ambrose was going to be the top heel, and Seth was just he was just going to be there until there was that Shield versus Wyatt match where if you go back and watch the match, you will see Seth carried the entire match. Out of all of them, Seth and the late Brody Lee did the most performing in the match. Like, they were brilliant. Honestly, Eric Rowan was very green, and I think he still is. Seth
Still.
sold Eric Rowan's moves like crazy. At that point, I was like, holy shit, this guy is so good. And I felt so bad that, it's Roman's going to be, like, for me, I was like, can't we just have Ambrose and Rollins be the top and Roman? I mean, give Roman some time to work on. But then, when Seth broke the Shield up, when that happened, I was so sure, like, yeah, Seth is definitely... and honestly, at that little time, during the next few months, I kind of had hopes that all three are going to be big, and granted, they are very big. I think at that point, Seth kind of became the hated guy after he also won Money in the Bank. At that point, Ambrose was white hot. If you just go back and I think Ambrose was missing. He went to shoot a movie, and every week the crowd would be like, "We want Ambrose." And Roman wasn't getting that crowd reaction, but they were so hell bent on making Roman the guy.
See,
honestly,
the weird thing that happened. No, go ahead. Sorry, TJ.
Just one thing. I'll just say one thing. So, the way Seth cashed in, I still think it's the best Money in the Bank cash in ever. It's really, really hard to top that.
Yeah.
That thing. So Seth had this ongoing feud with Ambrose, who was the underdog. Initially, we thought he would be the heel. He ended up being the underdog, the crowd favorite. Just a year later, when they were trying to do Ambrose versus Lesnar, the crowd really was into I love that build-up. Just in my ideal universe, even during the Royal Rumble when it was Ambrose and Reigns versus I think Big Show, Kane and Rusev. So people were like, we want Ambrose. People were booing the heck out of it when Ambrose got eliminated. So it's like have Ambrose win the Rumble, do this exact same build towards Ambrose Lesnar that you had the next year, and have Rollins cash in on Ambrose. It would make, from a story point of view, Ambrose and Rollins have been feuding throughout the year. Rollins has always been screwing Ambrose because of the authority's help. Ambrose is about to beat Lesnar, and you have Rollins screw him one more time.
I mean,
thematically,
that's good, but I will give you a thought here, right? So, for me, the moment where Roman suddenly started becoming a big star was that in that Royal Rumble where everyone wanted Daniel Bryan to win.
yeah.
Roman was they were giving Roman the push. He was eliminating people. And I feel like that was a case of where the Royal Rumble really made someone, because it was like everyone was like, well, if we're not getting Daniel Bryan, when it ended up with Roman in the last two, they were like, screw this other guy, like we don't want Batista, come on Roman. And then I think backstage Vince was like, they wanted Roman, without realising that they actually just didn't want Batista.
Exactly.
And so the next year they're like, we're going all in on Roman. And the audience were like, no, that's not what we said. We said we didn't want
we wanted that
Batista.
last year.
Yeah, we only wanted him so it wouldn't be Batista. And now you're giving us Roman. And then The Rock came out, and The Rock's looking around like, what am I stood next to this guy for? He's on that photo. That's the exact face cam where he's like, what's going on here? And then the Rock was like, I don't want to be stood in the same ring with Roman again. He's bringing me down. And then for me, like, the thing is, Roman, when he did win, and then he's going against Brock, if that had been Ambrose in that same slot, I think that would have been good. But because they were watching Brock Lesnar, who especially at the time, they were like, he's a part-time champ. And they'd got Roman, who they were like, we don't want to see him. You could have sent out Doink the Clown to cash in, and they would have popped crazy, just because they suddenly realised it wasn't going to be Brock, and it wasn't going to be Roman, and Seth is coming in to save us all.
I mean, just so the thing that you mentioned, like the previous year, people were cheering for Roman because they did not want Batista. That year, when it came down to Rusev and Roman, people are like, we want Rusev because we don't want Roman. He was in the same.
They never learn.
But I was going to say, and we're still here. How many years ago was that? And we're still Roman, Brock.
We're getting Roman versus Brock at SummerSlam.
I know. But that's because Cody was injured, right? Otherwise, it would have been Cody, surely.
Do you think so?
Do you think so?
Yeah. Like, no, they were pushing Cody, like, insanely, so...
I wasn't sure whether Cody was going to win that or if it was going to be KO.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, and also there's been so many injuries.
Yeah.
Like, not just WWE, not TNA, Jesus, AEW as well.
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh, well, very quickly on AEW, because it's been I don't think we had a show last week. It feels like a long time ago, but do you guys see Forbidden Door?
Yes.
Thoughts?
I think we discussed Forbidden Door last week.
Did we? Did we have a show last week? No, I'm sure we discussed it beforehand.
I wasn't there last week.
No, we didn't discuss... I don't think there was a show. Like, we discussed it before it happened.
Ah, right.
Yeah, like, we don't have to. I was just saying, like, did we think it was good?
I loved it.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah, really good show.
Absolutely loved it. Like, also considering the fact that this was the third version of Forbidden Door with all the injuries and the wrestling politics. We know, I think Naito wasn't allowed to be on the show because of some CMLL, AAA feud and all that. Like, even with all the backstage politics and the injuries, this was the show. Imagine the show that they can pull off if they had their entire roster and everything. So I was a little disappointed with one thing though, the fact that I really wanted Tanahashi to win.
Me too.
It honestly would have been like putting the title on Tanahashi. Like, I love Mox and he carried AEW during the the quarantine era, the like crowdless era. I absolutely agree he deserves a title run in front of a crowd, but I really think Tanahashi, like it would really be a forbidden door thing where if Tanahashi, if someone from the other company holds the title, or heck, give maybe Adam Cole or Adam Page the IWGP Heavyweight title, because Adam Cole has wrestled in Japan and Adam Page, both of them have wrestled in Japan before. The Japanese audience know these guys, so give either. I mean, I know Cole's injured, and just like something like I would have wanted like I know FTR is holding the tag team titles, but would have really wanted one of the world championships to change.
Yeah, I would have been happy with Tanahashi to take it. I don't think, and I would have been happy with that because my logic was Tanahashi wins and then CM Punk comes back and they do the match they were planning. I thought that made sense. I don't know about Jay White losing. I don't know if I'd want to see there's no point in him losing to Okada in an AEW ring. Adam Page, and if Cole's injured, I don't know. I was happy enough with Jay White to retain, but it would have been cool.
Okay, fair enough.
It would have almost been like years ago when there was first like a WWE roster split, where like the one world title changes hand, and then you know that the other one is because they're swapping shows or whatever.
Exactly.
And so if Jay White had lost it, then I'd been like, Tanahashi is winning. But they balanced. So both companies look strong, kind of thing.
Yeah, true.
Right. Okay. Cool. Let's do a quick another challenge round so that we can announce who's going to win of this whole shebang, and then we can see if there's anything else breaking in the breaking headlines or whatever. There's usually something 10 minutes after the show. Always the way.
Oh, wait, did you guys hear Logan Paul signed a full-time contract with WWE?
Yeah. Okay, so what does it mean by full-time contract? What's his house show schedule?
I don't know.
Like, he's going to wrestle The Miz. He's going to wrestle The Miz, right?
It's a multi-year contract.
Yeah.
But dude's really like living my childhood dreams. He has this Charizard card, which is like super rare, maybe one of a kind, that he flexes about. He has a wrestling deal. Yeah, he's a real life heel, but to WWE that means he's like a top baby face.
Yeah. No, I thought he was in the right position when he was with The Miz as a heel.
No, I think
I liked the idea of bringing in like a celebrity as a heel. I thought that was a good idea.
No, but didn't Miz attack him at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean they're gonna feud?
It does. Like literally on the thing where he signed his contract, he then held up like things like "I'm coming for you, Miz," and like in that one moment, I get it because of the storyline. But I was like, if your first thing is like, I'm going to be a wrestler so I can get you, Miz, I was like, you've got no ambition to be world champion if you're going after Miz, you know.
But you do realize this
means a tag team match now.
You know what?
A tag team match? I didn't hear that.
I think so, because Miz and Ciampa have been working together against AJ on Raw.
Holy shit!
So it's obvious that AJ will be.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Like. Again, I think he like surpassed everyone's expectations at WrestleMania,
true.
And I don't know. Perhaps you're like, do we put this guy straight away in a one-on-one?
Exactly.
And then the Miz has to carry him, and like the Miz, truthfully, is underrated as a worker. You know, like people always just have this attitude about the Miz, but he can hold up his own. Whether or not he can carry a non-wrestler in a prominent match, though.
I'm not too sure, but
and
plus, like SummerSlam is a few weeks away.
Yeah,
it's not that much time as well. So I think you need to go with the tag team route.
No, I think that's a good idea. Good shout. Good shout.
I read somewhere a prediction. What if during Money in the Bank, they're like, we have an 8th entry into the Money in the Bank, and instead of Theory, it's Logan Paul, and Logan Paul wins the Money in the Bank briefcase in his second match, I guess, and then Logan Paul cashes in on Roman Reigns, and Logan Paul has both the belts.
Ooh, I'll be switching that off.
Okay, good. Right. Well, anyway, let's do some impressions to wrap this thing up here. Let me just bring up the list of wrestlers. We can do some random wrestlers, and we'll see, just whilst I'm bringing this up, let's see if there's any breaking news. Let's go on the Twitter box first. Right. Breaking, literally it does say breaking news. Pat McAfee has signed a multi-year extension with WWE.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
good. Guys,
I was going to say, I love. Do you know what? I gotta say this. I love his commentary with Cole. I actually really enjoy their commentary together.
Yeah, no, they are a good pairing.
Pat has actually brought out more from Cole, like, since they've been teaming up with that. So.
Okay, one more thing. Apparently, Sasha Banks has been removed. Like, I think she has been released.
That's insane.
Yeah, both her and Naomi's been removed.
That's crazy.
I see something that says that, I think Fightful, or I don't know, someone's reporting that. Oh no, this is not Fightful. This is someone else. That Sasha Banks is officially, like, she's gone.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, thank you.
Sadie's returning soon.
What's that?
Bailey may be returning soon.
She's been
and
out
Bailey's
forever.
always probably returning soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Drew McIntyre comments on Tyson Fury possibly returning to WWE. It's got to be for Castle Clash thing.
Yeah.
That will be
They're
it.
doing Tyson Fury versus Drew McIntyre at the Castle pay-per-view.
But didn't he say he was going to challenge Roman at the Castle?
Who? McIntyre? Or
Yeah.
Fury?
Depends. Will Roman even be wrestling at the Castle pay-per-view? He has not been wrestling that much.
Oh my god! Like, I don't know. I've got tickets to this thing. If they have this like stadium show and they don't have a world title match, I'll just cancel
They
Peacock.
better.
Yeah.
They were not. They did. Like, Money in the Bank was gonna be a stadium show, and like even before they had to move it to a smaller arena, they were like, we are not having Roman wrestle there.
Wow. Crazy stuff. Right. Anyway.
Would you really? Okay.
No, go ahead. Go on.
Now, would you really put it past them to not have Roman wrestle at the Castle pay-per-view? Would you really put it past them?
Well, just like years ago, like when they do like the UK only pay-per-views, like I'll never forget. I can't remember the name of the pay-per-view, but it was like the second one they did. So they did one night only, and that was where Bulldog lost the European title.
Wasn't that SummerSlam?
No.
No.
No,
No, that was not SummerSlam. No, that was not. That was was that in your house or?
No, well, not really. They did a UK pay-per-view in '97,
Yeah.
and Bulldog lost the European title in a title-for-title match against Shawn Michaels, and they'd only had the European title for like less than a year or whatever.
And it was so bad because even Bulldog's sister who was suffering from something. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, but Bulldog was
brought her
meant
in
to
so
win.
that-
Bulldog was meant to
He was
win,
meant to win it. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like Michaels politics it, I think, from what I understand. And then, but anyway, so I remember, so there was that one, and then, I don't know if it was like the next one, but like as this sign of like the things they gave like the UK pay-per-views is, first of all, they only lasted about 2 hours 15 minutes,
That's
and
right. Yeah.
like, and obviously In Your Houses had been like 2 hours, but we were like, well, I know, I was like, what, this show's, it's like it's been on 1 hour and 45 minutes and we're at the main event, like what's going on? But I can't remember who his opponent was, but I know that whoever the world champion was, I think the Undertaker wrestled someone and won by pinfall. And I was like, oh my god, he's won the world title. And then it turned out it was a non-title match in the main event of a pay-per-view. I can't remember which one this was. What were the UK
Not
WWF...
Yoko or anything.
WWF... UK WWF pay-per-views. What were they called?
UK Rampage or
No, it was quite a few years after this. So
I was going to say there were so many. The Insurrection.
it could have been Insurrection. So we got one Capital Carnage, maybe, or no, or what? It may have been the first No Mercy. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. Okay, so let's see. Undertaker. Steve Austin rolled over Undertaker, Kane, no, in Fatal 4-Way. Steve Austin defeated Undertaker and Triple H. And let's see here. World champ. Triple H rolled over The Rock. I swear on my life, unless I'm making this up entirely. Is this it? Rebellion. This looks like it's it.
Rebellion. That's good.
I don't know. I can't find it. I give up. I don't know. I can't find it. It was one of these though, and they'd also got. Shit, I give up. I'm trying to find out, and now I'm just like, now this whole show is just me looking at my phone. But they had the debut of like Tiger Ali Singh in like a jobber match on a pay-per-view in the UK, and the UK audience, because we got WWE once a year or something, we were like, we don't know who this guy is. We want to see someone we recognise, and it was just like one of the worst debuts.
Who are you?
Well, yeah, exactly. Gotta love a UK crowd just for that kind of stuff. Like when do you remember with Bailey? How they were chanting, "Hey, hey, Bailey, ooh, and Bailey was like, "Hey, what can I do?" She loved it.
Go with it.
Right. Anyway, so let's go on to this. So let's roll the dice to see who will go first. Okay, and I will go first. So I'm going to have 90 seconds on the clock. Keep track of how many you get right, because here comes my impressions.
The money?
Okay. And, haha, ain't I great? Gav.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yes, correct answer. Okay, next up. Gav.
Ted DiBiase.
Yes. Right. Let's see. Oh God, how do you do the Italian stallion? I'm not even going to try. Let's see. Well, hi there, everyone. Today, let's see who's in the funhouse.
Buzz.
TJ.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that was a bad impression. Thank God I said funhouse. Right. Okay. Survive if I let you. Bleed if you must. I forget what the saying is. I really like the number 13 for no good reason.
Yes.
Gav.
Taz.
Yes. I can't remember what his catchphrase was. Right, let's have a look. Who else we got? Yip. Gav.
Skip Sheffield.
Oh no, I know why you said that though. Oh. Let's see. It's not Skip Sheffield. Right, okay. Hey there, Motley Crew. You got the better of me. You got the better of me in a wrong way. But you got me mad now. Gav.
Hardcore Holly?
No, I'm giving up. Oh, that's my time. I'll tell you, right? We've definitely shared this clip on the group chat before. It's Jumping Jeff Farmer, who gives the worst promo in the history of pro wrestling. Oh my God, after the show, I'm sending you guys this clip. He gives the worst promo in the history of pro wrestling. It's from like Mid-South World Class or something in like the 80s. And he just seems so nervous. And he puts all of his pauses in the wrong places. So he's like, so you've got me mad now. And it's just like, it's the weirdest promo. Okay, anyway, let's see who's going to go next. Okay, Gav, you will go next. Let's get a list of wrestlers. And let's grab some. How many points did either of you get, by the way?
I didn't get any.
What?
No, I got one. I got
one.
Bray Wyatt.
Okay, and you got three. Three. Okay, so that means I got 4 points. Fabulous. Right. Okay, great. Gav, I'm going to send you your list. And here you go. El Matador.
Well, yeah.
Tito.
Name, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Huss.
Berserker?
Huss.
Buzz. Berserker?
Yeah.
Wow, he's rolled.
The Ayatollah.
Buzz.
Of Corolla.
TJ.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Buzz. Sandman.
Yeah. These stupid people doing all these dives.
Buzz. Jim Cornette.
Yep. My Yokozuna, issue a challenge.
Buzz. Oh, TJ.
Buzz. Mr. Fuji.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest, they call me the Yappa Dapper.
Oh my god, the Yappa Dapper.
AEW Jam.
What's his name? I can't remember his name. Shit.
Oh, okay, switch.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Switch, okay.
Buzz. TJ.
Shit, I don't remember his name.
Buzz. Titus.
Ah, right. I always keep forgetting his name.
Oh, that is time. That is time. Okay. Who is the AEW announcer then?
Oh, Justin Roberts.
Ah, damn, man.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's see. So then, TJ, you'll go last. Let's grab some for you. Okay, so TJ, sending you your list over. And here you go. And here we begin.
Wait. I'm the Legend Killer.
Gav.
Randy Orton.
Correct. I'm the Samoan Bulldozer.
Buzz. Umaga.
Correct. Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Gav.
Goldust.
No.
Ooh.
Okay, forget it. I can't do this. Hey there. My name, because I can't say it here.
Oh,
I'm a
Paige.
British
Paige.
Yeah, correct. It's Sting!
Oh,
Gav.
Tony Schiavone.
Correct. The man that gravity forgot is in AEW right now.
Gav. Oh, I know.
Neville.
Yeah.
Correct. The
Buzz.
phenomenal one.
Oh, AJ Styles.
Correct.
Doing a Diamond Dallas Page impression. Yeah.
But I was involved in something with Paige and Xavier Woods.
Gav.
Brad Maddox.
Yeah, correct. Let me in.
Buzz. Gav.
The Fiend.
Correct. Okay.
Hesitation Jack.
Jimmy.
Right, so go
Jimmy
ahead.
Snooker's daughter.
Buzz. Tamina.
Correct. Fiend's dad. I'm Fiend's dad. Fiend and...
Gav.
IRS.
And that is
Correct.
time. That.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah,
let's
the
work
one
this
that-
one out. Right.
Which one was that?
Okay, say it. What David said.
Goldust, what I thought.
Correct.
What? He said
You
Goldust
said that
earlier.
before, though.
Damn.
Ron Simmons? What's going on? Are you
Correct.
still... No, look, we're done. The time ran out 20 seconds ago.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so the first one was Macho Man Randy Savage, and I was trying to do the... Then I
But you
realized
did the Goldust thing.
I realized that later.
Okay,
When
okay.
I was scrolling down, I saw that Goldust was also on the list.
Okay. Right, well, anyway, that is time. And Gav, you have absolutely slaughtered the competition tonight. And you are this week's Slam Jam Wrestling Champion. Booyah. Okay, well done. Let's find out where we can find everyone on the social media. Starting with TJ, where can the people find you?
Hey, you can find me, I usually say in my mom's basement, but recently I've been uploading my artwork on my Instagram channel. It's mainly nerdy and somewhat wrestling artwork, so you can check them out at All Elite TJ Ripper at Instagram. I have been uploading some Stranger Things artwork because... So, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Right, Gav, where can the people find you?
You can find me here next time.
Awesome. My name is David Pistansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pistansky. So also check out the website extreme.tv. Until next time, stay safe, always stay extremed, and let's just check what the Iron Sheik has to say, because we haven't done this in a couple of weeks. We're neglecting the Iron Sheik now. He doesn't deserve it.
That's why he's always in a bad mood.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Right. Also, what was that wrestling entertainment series? Literally screwed over everyone and cancelled the show, and
Yes.
that was big news in the last couple of days. Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what? This is sad. Obviously, I said this literally before we went live. His most recent one is James Khan, I Love You Forever, Bubba, from the Iron Sheik. So that's very sad. And then, okay, let's go for this. He's got a poll. The Iron Sheik has a poll. So, It says Hulk Hogan is A, and then you have to vote. So between us, we can decide. No good mother effer, or big time jabroni, a good man, or only the first two options. Okay, so there is the poll. Like, what do we think we're going for? Only the first two options?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we agree that we think that's going to be the one that's winning?
Definitely.
What do we think the percentage will be? I'm going for 76%. And you think 99?
Yeah.
Okay, TJ, what you say?
It's by 95 to 99.
I'm going to say 76 because I think the first two will get some, and I think 4% are going to say is a good man. So let's see what it says.
Yeah.
Oh, 8% said good man. 12% said no good Mother Hubbard. 23% big time